Hey, it's Barry Molt, still getting your small business unstuck. And yes, we're still in the middle of the pandemic, and there's only three letters that are on the mind of most small business owners. Those are the letters PPP, which is the Paycheck Protection Program. How can you get your fair share? It was a huge problem in the first round when $349 billion was given out to small business owners in a very uneven manner. And a lot of folks are really disappointed. Now that Congress is reloading the plan with $310 more billion, how do you have your best chance of getting your fair share? Here to talk with me about that is Ken Burtnick, who's the product strategy manager at Paychex. Ken, welcome to our video.
Well, thank you very much, Barry. Glad to be with you this morning.
So how is your family faring during this sheltering in place, and where are you sheltering in place?
Well, we are sheltering in place up in Rochester, New York, and we are faring very well. So we're very thankful. Working for Paychex, you know, it's a good, stable company, and everyone's healthy, most importantly. So
I know Paycheck has got involved with the FinTech companies to be able to have a better channel in order to get the PPP to small business owners. And I thought all along that, in fact, the primary channel really should be FinTech companies because, you know, banks are set up not to give loans, to reduce their risk. And FinTech companies, for a long time, they've got this great process where you submit your forms and you get money.
Yeah, absolutely. So we were hearing from our clients almost exactly what you were stating at the very beginning, Barry. They were having troubles navigating the banking process. Sometimes it's because their bank lender, their primary bank they work with, they're just way too far back in the queue to get any attention. Other times they were partnering with a small bank that may not have been SBA approved during the first round. So when we started looking at that and hearing that feedback, we started looking to alternative methods. And we did look to the FinTech companies for a lot of the reasons that you just hit on. They are designed to take people in, move them through the process, and often work more efficiently than your typical big bank.
So which FinTech companies have you been working with that you can get PPP through?
Yeah, so we partnered with three firms out of the gate here. So we partnered with Biz2Credit, Lendio, and Fundera.
Okay, and then tell us what the process really looks like, because we all know what the process looks like with banks. It is one of frustration, right? Trying to get in touch with the right people. They request one thing, they request another. What does it look like if I'm applying online through one of these companies?
Yeah, you bet. So the first part of the process is Paychex is trying to simplify it for our clients. So we've created a PPP report, which is their payroll information that the employer needs in order to even apply for the loan. So when they go over to one of our three partners, they'll begin the process. They'll share some information about their company. This is all online and digital, by the way. So they share some information about the company. They share some information about their payroll expenses during the last 12 months. And then really what's happening is as they enter that information, each of the FinTech partners has multiple lending partners out there that they can reach out to. So as they collect the application information up front, they will then push that application information to one of their several lenders that are approved to distribute these SBA loans. Therefore, they're getting much greater scale, or one application can get them through several different banks, depending on the bank volume.
So is the FinTech companies, they're actually acting as an agent where then they go to the SBA lender and then the SBA lender goes to the SBA?
Yes, that's exactly right. The FinTech companies act as the agent who then partner with the actual lender, and then the lender works through the SBA to get the funds and distribute those.
And these aren't handouts. I mean, each of these organizations are being paid to do this, so they want to do a good job.
Absolutely, yeah. So these agents, they only get paid when the loan gets funded. So they are highly incented in order to get these loans to the best lender who's going to be able to push that loan fastest through the process.
And how do they figure out who to match your application once you submit it to a FinTech company? How do they decide which lender they should go to, or do they go to multiple lenders?
So they're typically going to multiple lenders, but they do have some algorithms and tools that they use, so they know that Bank A has had a spike in volume today, therefore they're going to go to Bank B in order to keep you higher up in the queue.
Okay, and then how long does it take really in your mind? Obviously, today the Congress is voting to reload. When should people expect their applications to start going through again?
Well, I think the application going from the lender to the SBA is going to go relatively quickly for those that are already in the queue. And I would encourage every small business, if you're not already hooked up with a bank or in the queue with a fintech company, do so and do so quickly, because we saw in the first round, the money only lasted about 2 weeks, a little bit less than 2 weeks.
I think 13 days to be
13
exact.
days, yeah.
Right?
So,
So
yeah,
not a lot. I mean, even for independent contractors and for sole proprietors, they could apply on a Friday, and by the following Wednesday, it was really out.
yes, yeah.
So a lot of small business owners are, what they're struggling with is, where are they? Has their application actually been submitted? Are they waiting for a number, a confirmation number from the SBA saying their application has been submitted? What should we look for to figure out where we are in the queue?
Well, that's one of the great things about partnering with a fintech firm, like one of our 3 partners, because what they're doing is they're keeping you in the loop through the process. Very similar to if you ever went and got a mortgage and worked with a mortgage broker, right? That mortgage broker kept you updated throughout the process. Hey, we got your information. You might be missing something. Okay, we got that updated. Now we've submitted it to the lender, and then they can sort of keep track of it at that point. So there's pretty decent communication coming from these 3 partners back to the small business owner with regards to where they are in the process. The one piece that's going to be a little bit hard is once it hits the SBA and how long it takes the SBA to process and then get that certificate back to the lender. There's not great transparency right there at this point.
It's the government. What do we expect?
Exactly.
Right?
Yep. Yeah.
Right.
So.
Right. So I know that Paychex can help people that have traditional payroll, because some of the key documents that you need to give to the SBA are the 940 and 941. But if you are a sole proprietor or you're an independent contractor, can you also apply through these fintech companies?
Absolutely. Yep. If you're on a payroll company like Paychex, then we'll have some of that information. If you're not using it, you'll just need to manually, you'll need to gather that information on your own and enter the information directly in. But that is there's still a benefit going through a fintech company.
Yeah, my understanding is that if you're an independent contractor sole proprietor, you have to give the information that's on Schedule C of your 1040. That's really the profit of your company, or you have to submit the 1099. So, but I don't want those people discouraged from also applying, because there's plenty of people that run their business that way.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, there's millions of people that run their business that way, and they are open to it. So I would encourage them. I think each firm might be asking for slightly different things sometimes, and that's a little bit of the frustration as well. But just have your documents available and go to your bank that you already use or to a fintech company.
Yeah, it's very important to do this early, because there's not going to be enough money to go around. A lot of people estimate that small business owners really need $1 trillion, not
Exactly.
another 310 billion. Right. So I know this money is important. So what's really your best advice for a small business owner who's looking to get involved in this process?
I would say get involved in the process today, now. As you're watching this, start going out there. For more information, you can go to paychex.com. That will get you to the links of those 3 companies, Vista Credit, Fundera, and Lendio. But get in the process now, because we have the same belief. We think the number is somewhere between 1 and 1.5 trillion that is required to do this. The extra 350 billion is a good start. It's a great help. But we think there are going to be people, sole proprietors, small business owners are going to be left out again. So get in there as quickly as you can.
And chances are there might be a 3rd or 4th reloading of this stimulus. So you might as well get in line.
Yeah, absolutely. And we hope so. Yeah. So yeah, if there is a 3rd and 4th, that's great. Get in line now is the key message I have for you. Yes.
All right, Ken, thank you so much for your time, and stay safe.
Thank you. You too. Take care. Bye-bye.